so funny when I would die and V would still be alive and my body would just be laying there. This ginormous, like, beached whale, basically. I had a lot of fun playing, but I didn't realize how long we were playing each round for. It was crazy. I think originally this video was over an hour, but I sped it up a little bit. I also have a controller here because I know since I do voiceovers, we never really get to enjoy the button clicking and the trigger pulling sounds. So I wanted to do a little bit of that today as well. This controller that I'm using is really cool because I got it for my birthday this year. It's a custom controller, so I got to go on Xbox's website and choose like the color, not just of like the whole thing, but like I got to choose what color the buttons were and what color the triggers were and the back panels. So I kind of went for this kind of like Yoshi theme. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like a dark teal blue on top and then the bottom is white, and it reminded me of Yoshi's belly. One thing that I am still really bad at with this game is remembering to purchase. At this point, I was getting really large, and I was having just so much fun watching myself like walk around the map that when it was time to purchase items, there was a round where I didn't purchase anything and it showed. I played so badly. One thing that I am doing a lot better this time is using my ult to try and distract the fire, like the zombies that are on fire and they explode. I have been trying to ult and like trigger them to explode basically, but like having my ult near them, that's like a thing you can do. But yeah, I was still like basically there got to be a point where I was ulting, and right after like my little like munch animation finishes, I'd be like out of the water and I'd be super vulnerable, and it was getting me killed a lot. So at one point, like a lot later in the video, I just stopped ulting. Like it makes sense to not ult when you're playing like Wanda against like the Wanda and then Amor, right? Because like you can't swallow them, like what are you gonna do? But oh yeah, this was the point where I was like having fun, just watching the world burn. Giant Jeffy wanting to take over Midtown, crush all the buildings, and I literally forgot to buy anything. I literally didn't buy a single power up. It was so, and then we had to fight a boss battle. Like, thank God I was playing with V, because I was just being so like forgetful and stuff, and I didn't really like. I'm like learning a lot about like how to play the game. She like remembers all that stuff for me and basically just tells me what to do. I thought it was so funny that as I got bigger, so did my Deadpool accessory. Even though the Namors there were trying to kill sleepover, so I'm really excited about that. We're also gonna dress up that day too, even though it's technically not Halloween anymore. But then Sunday, V and I have plans to do Nightmare 3 at least. I don't know if we'll be able to do Nightmare 4, but we're gonna try to get through Nightmare 3. We're trying to convince our other friends to re-download Marvel Rivals so they can play with us. So right there, I ulted and I wasn't trying to actually swallow any zombies. I was literally just doing it to reposition away from all these squids because my health was just getting melted, and it still is really low. Because Jeff, like the way that I have my ability set up is that Jeff only really gets help from doing combat or like being under the water. So like obviously if I'm unable to do that, I'm very vulnerable. You might also hear some tape sounds. Because I did not glue my nails on, my fake nails on. I didn't feel like it because I knew I was going to take them off right afterwards. So I just taped them to my fingers with Scotch tape. It like pretty much worked, but it's kind of annoying obviously. But better than having to soak my fingers. Once again, I'm forgetting to purchase items. Like, what's wrong with me? Why do I forget so bad? I just get so easily distracted, I guess. But yeah, I did order, like, from Glamnetic, the place I got these fake nails from. They have, like, stickers that you can put under your nails, like, to put the fake nails on, and it's, like, easier. It's, like, for more temporary, like, when you don't want to have them on for, like, a week, you know? So, but they're not coming in the mail until tomorrow. So for now, Scotch tape. After I posted or I recorded the audio for my last Marvel Rivals video for zombies, I was wearing these same nails, and that night I went to a Halloween party, but it was a little bit further away because it's at my like friends who lives further. And so on the way there with my other friends, like because that live closer to me, were carpooling. The entire like car ride, I was just doing this with my nails. Like I couldn't stop. It was so fun. No one told me to stop, so. And we talked about how I couldn't stop doing it, so I don't think it bothered them too much. Maybe they didn't really notice because I was in the back seat. But yeah. Since like Marvel Rivals Zombies coming out, I haven't actually played much like regular Marvel Rivals. I've also just been a little bit busier with, making videos, and I played Fortnite the other night, which I also posted a video about. So I actually, like, when I do get on, I'm, like, playing this game mode, but, so I hadn't played Quick Match or anything in a while, but last night, B and I were actually like, okay, we need to take a break from zombies. Oh yeah, right now I'm measuring myself with the little adventure symbol to see if I'm growing at all. We think that is max. I'm at his max height, and his max height is just a little bit taller than that, like, A logo. But I keep checking to see if I get any bigger. I was surprised that for nightmare, like the nightmare levels, you don't go throughout Midtown. Like, you don't stop in the different rooms and like play like that. You're only in this one area. But that was like a pleasant surprise. I was surprised by it, but it was a pleasant surprise because traveling through all the different rooms, obviously this is kind of repetitive, right? But like, it feels like, I don't know, somehow it, like, being in this one area, like, you're able to get into the groove of it a little bit more, I guess you could say, which is interesting. I think that's interesting. I'm mostly doing the same cards. Like, I accidentally just bought a red one, but I didn't mean to do that. I'm mostly buying the same. Here I am measuring myself again. I don't think I get any bigger than this. It's crazy me waddling around. B was saying that during some of the fights when I'm like under the water, I'll like swim by her and her whole screen becomes like my fin in the Deadpool. Like, I can only imagine what it looked like from her POV. I wish I knew. There's me, my body flopping. Yeah, it got to the point where I was just like, I don't even know how I died that time, Like, I'm sure, like, it was just me bombing, I don't know. But, oh yeah, I'm trying to buy the cards that are, like, for damage boosting and, like, increasing my, like reducing damage taken and stuff like that. I wasn't as concerned with, like, maxing my health bar, I guess. I don't know. That's what B was telling me, like, those ones don't matter as much. So I wasn't, like, prioritizing them. I was trying to, like, make sure I got the other ones instead. Fighting the Wandas this time was definitely seemed like almost a lot harder for Nightmare 1 for one reason, but then when we got to Nightmare 2, I felt like I was back in the swing of things. Even though in Nightmare 2 there's 2 Wandas. Like, you have to fight, or wait, am I tripping? You have to fight 2 of them in either Nightmare 1 or Nightmare 2 or both, I can't remember. And then I know in like Nightmare 4 and stuff, you have to fight 2 Wandas at once. Oh my god, like, I'm not mentally prepared for that. Not mentally prepared for that at all. There I go, dying again. I do not know how B stayed alive this whole time. Like, I just played, was just cooking. It was also, I didn't understand that, like, how it says, like revive or, like, give up. I didn't know that, like, you were you like those coins you get from like logging in every day. Those like revive you basically. Like let's say you have like 10 seconds, I think, because like at one point B and I both died and I thought we lost the game, but then she used one of her coins to like revive. There I go, dying again. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I was trying. I was definitely trying. There I go, dead again. Like, I'm literally sushi at this point. Deader than sushi. I forgot that, or can't, I don't, oh my god, yeah, I guess I needed to dive under the water. Like, I was being kind of stupid. This was like my trial and error game, and then I felt like I did a lot better in Nightmare 2. I definitely still died a lot. I think that was when my ult was really like getting me killed, but I was definitely dying a lot more prevented. Oh my god, why can't I say that word? Preventable deaths. I think one thing that was messing me up was that was it this round or the next round? At one point I was doing the fusion bubble, like my bubbles basically, instead of doing healing, they do damage when I collide with them. They do damage to enemies. And so I think in the next round I was trying to utilize that more by like placing them on the bosses or like where the bigger fights were happening, and like placing a bunch of them to form a giant fusion bubble and like deal more damage and make it easier for me to like kill the bosses. We were worried at this point that we weren't going to kill the Wanda, and I literally just stopped swimming around. My boyfriend came in and started watching us play, and I was like explaining to him how this game mode works, because he was trying to tell me like, oh, do this, do that, as Jeff, and it's like, Jeff doesn't work like that in Marvel Rival Zombies. And I showed him, I'm like, I can literally just sit still, and he's doing damage to the Wanda. So yeah, of course, V got an MVP because she was totally carrying me. Gave us both likes because we deserve it, because we won. I thought, because B was telling me, like, she was playing with rando builds, and it took her like 3 tries to profitable for Frito-Lay. That scene is so funny in that movie. If you know, you know. But usually, like, he's like in comedic-ish roles. I've never really seen him do anything else. And he's in this movie with Emma Stone called Begonia. And it's like interesting. She's like a CEO of like a really high profile like company. Like, you know, think like, I don't know who. Like, think like, I guess Jeff Bezos or like Elon Musk or something. And Jesse Plemons' character is like convinced he thinks she's an alien. And so he kidnaps her. And that's all you really know about the movie based off the trailer. And so I'm really excited to see like how it plays out. Like, who knows, maybe she really is an alien. That'd be a crazy twist. The trailer for this movie was really good, so that's why I'm excited about seeing it, because it, like, you know, set up the premise for the movie. It was intriguing, but it didn't tell you the entire story. Like, you don't know every single thing that happens. It just is the setup. I feel like so many times when I'm in a movie theater watching trailers for movies, because I actually do like to watch trailers in the movie theater. I don't really watch them on like YouTube and stuff unless I get like an ad for them on my TV or my phone. But I like to watch them in the theater, and like I'm usually with my friends or my boyfriend, and we kind of tell each other whether we want to see that movie or not. It's a good way of like knowing, so that way like when the movie does come out, you know who to like ask if they want to go see it, or make sure you go see it with that person because they said that they wanted to. But like so many times there's some movie, like this one movie, I don't even remember. Oh, it was called Crime 101. Oh my god, I couldn't believe that was the name of the movie. Like, you couldn't have come up with like a more generic whatever. But it's like a movie with Chris Hemsworth, where he's a criminal, like whatever. And the trailer is literally the entire movie. Like, I'm sure there's some final like plot, whatever, but you literally see so many plot points that I know there's no way that they all happen like within the first like 30 minutes of the movie. So it's like, I genuinely don't feel like seeing that movie anymore. I wasn't really gonna see it to begin with, and that makes me even less likely to see it, because I feel like I know what happens. There are some movies where you think you know what's gonna happen just because of the general like tone and what's the word, I guess, genre that it's in. Maybe like you think you can predict the plot points if it's like kind of a stereotypical movie, but then sometimes those same movies will take like that genre and kind of like do something really interesting with it. So, you know, you don't want to judge a book by its cover, or like I guess a movie by its poster, but I will judge it by its trailer for sure. It's kind of interesting because I only learned when as like I got older. Like as a kid, I thought that the director of the movie will like make the trailer for the movie, right? That's what would make, I guess, sense to me. Like, that's your vision, but really it's the studios of that movie hiring a trailer like house, like a specific studio for making trailers, to make the trailer in a way that like aligns with the marketing, I guess, strategy of the movie that they've like determined, like, here's how we're gonna market this movie, which I think is how you get into a lot of situations like where the audience goes in expecting one thing and gets another. Like, you can think about instances like Jennifer's Body, where like that was advertised to be like some sort of like sexy horror movie with like oh my gosh, Megan Fox, right? And then it turns out like the meaning of the movie is actually like much more critical of that, right? And so audiences were left confused, like, who is this movie for? Like, why am I here, kind of thing. measuring myself. I'm not at peak Jeff, I guess you would say, like, gushiness yet. I'm not as big as I could be. I need to grow a little bit more. But this round, I don't remember the stats exactly, but I felt like maybe I did die more in this round, but I felt like I was definitely playing better. Also, I don't know what this was. I think V was trying to explain it was like a card that I picked or something, but I don't know who would pick for your ult to do this, but apparently, like, one of the abilities for Jeff is like his ult, instead of it like you triggering it and then it starts moving and then you can like swallow people, it just starts swallowing people right where you trigger it, so you don't get to move it around or anything. I think that might not be like an ability I press necessarily, but maybe it's like a part of the game, like once you get to a certain level or a certain round in the game. Because V was saying that it happened with her ult too, her blade ult last round. So like she would trigger it and it would just go, like she wouldn't get to like line it up or anything. So I don't know, maybe that's something that happens to every character, like in the game at a certain round, the ults just start going off right away. Interesting choice to make it that way. I'm not really sure why you would make it like that. Because like one thing that I was wanting to do is Jeff, like in the later rounds when you're fighting like the Namor and the Wanda, is to like use my ult to get away from them if I was really low. Let's say I was getting kind of low and my dive, like my hide and seek bar was low too, like I was about to get pushed up because I ran out of what's the word? It wouldn't really be stamina, but it would just be like I wouldn't be able to go under the water anymore. I would just get annihilated, so I would save my ult to travel away. See, I do it right now. I travel away to a safe spot and like try to regain some health before re-entering the fight again, or just diving and going back in and getting health by doing damage. But I couldn't do that for some reason later in the later rounds, which was frustrating because that was like one of my strategies to die less. It's like they wanted me to die more. Wham. I won't say that I'm trash though. I'm trash at Fortnite, that was true. But Marvel Rivals Zombies, I think I'm just less knowledgeable about, I guess. I'm just kind of playing the game, and then V like tells me what I need to know. I'm not like actually reading. I'm not like actually like reading all the information. Oh, excuse me, I guess I'm a little tired. I am kind of laying down in bed right now, recording this because I thought it would be a little bit more cozy. I love just Beyblading it as Jeff, especially in the mungo mode. That's why I'm coining that term, mungo mode. Jeff mungo mode. I'm definitely gonna add that to the thumbnail. Mungo mode. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video. Maybe tomorrow as like a Halloween like special video or something, because today I actually already uploaded a video. It's of me sewing some alterations with my sewing machine. Just some items from my sister and one of my items that needed to be altered a little bit. It ended up being a really long video. I thought it was going to be a lot shorter. But it's not a voiceover, actually. It's my first time using my lav mics. And I capture a lot of like snipping, cutting sounds, and sewing sounds, and whispers, of course. I didn't love like popping once. V and I did a good job of kind of like, what's the word? Splitting up our, like, according to what we were like best at, or not best at, but like for our characters. So like, she would focus on the really big guys that like threw the bombs with like the SWAT gear on it and stuff, and I would focus on swallowing up like all the smaller zombies and such. It was so funny whenever I would die, seeing V's perspective as Punisher, because she had the abilities that were like the instant headshots that stack. So like you hit one headshot and then you get auto aim headshots for a second, but then they stack. So if you keep hitting your headshots, then you just keep getting headshots the whole time. Like, you don't even have to aim. And she had ricocheting bullets, so she was just lighting everybody up. It was crazy. Meanwhile, I'm trying to grow my bubble and I'm just swimming around. So this is the last stretch of the game. It had been like over 30 minutes by this point, and we were finally fighting, what was this, the second Wanda? Let me look at the footage closer. Oh my god, wait, this is round 10 out of 15. This is the first Wanda. That's crazy. So this is the first Wanda that we have to fight, and that's what I was like, oh, Wanda already. And V was like, girl, this is one of two Wanda. Girl, why? I thought that was crazy. Yeah, so at this point, every time I was like ulting, I was just dying right after I would try to swallow them. It was like an instant death. It was really weird. So I kind of just, I don't know if I stop yet. I'm trying to like build up my bubbles, which is kind of dumb. Like, I need to stay underground and doing damage at all time to make sure that I'm healing myself. I wasn't doing a good job of, I guess, managing that. But I was trying to keep the game interesting, I guess. Trying to keep things fresh for myself. Because now you see I'm just sitting under there doing nothing. It was really hilarious during the second fight. But like, why does Deadpool have, like, why is Deadpool caked up? I don't think I ever realized that until I was Mungo Jeff. Like, he's got a booty, he got a thing on that thing, you know? Like, it is defined, and I know his little, and like, look at this. What is that, bro? What is that jiggle, bro? What? That was crazy. I was laughing so hard. I'm laughing now. That cracks me up. Like, bro, what? Like, bro. Sorry. It's like, I guess when she's doing some sort of like state of reality thing, where she like does energy blasts, and it was just causing my boy to go like to shake it, I guess. I don't know. Oh my gosh, that was so ridiculous. I know that like his little animation when Jeff gets a kill is literally him shaking his butt, and then he like peeks out from behind and is like, good job. Like, I guess that's just like Deadpool for you, I guess, but I wasn't expecting him to be jiggling it on my screen. Like, relax, bro. That was fun though. Like, I guess I only want to play Jeff, because what other character are you gonna get prime goofy content like that? So goofy, so silly. Anyways, back to killing zombies. At this point, I don't know if anyone's pointed this out yet, but playing like Mungo Jeff most consistent thing in my life, and as far as groceries are right now, it's hard-boiled eggs. Like, granted, you have to like eggs, right? But having a hard-boiled egg in the morning, usually two, with some salt and some pepper, and it's like the easiest way to get protein, honestly. Like, you don't have to really cook any meat or anything. I just hard boil my eggs using I have a little machine. It like has 2 tiers. I think I can fit up to like not more than a dozen. I think it's like 14 eggs at a time in there. And then I just have them for the week. Eat 2 eggs a day, right? And I know for a while egg prices were really high and expensive. And this was before I started eating hard-boiled eggs, actually, so I know they're not like back to where they were, I don't think, but one of the markets near me, I just happened to find this out. I don't know. They're like a Mexican market right next to my house, and I don't go there for like everything, but sometimes I'll go there to get like specific things. And one day I was going there for a specific thing, and I also needed eggs, so I was like, let me look at what they've got. And this location is like, I don't know, it's not bougie, but it's like, it's new. It's like a newer location, and it's got a lot of, what's the word? It's like crazy in there. It's like a amusement park for adults, basically, where it's got different like stands inside, and each stand has like different like food item, right? Or like whatever. And it's huge. So I don't know if it's like more bougie or something, but like the eggs there. At first I was seeing like the eggs that I normally get, I think are like $4 or $5. I like to get like the brown eggs with like cage free, large brown eggs. At the very least cage free, right? Preferably pasture, whatever, depends on the price. So I go and I'm looking at the eggs, I'm looking at the very top shelves, and it's all like a few dollars more than like what I would normally get. And I'm like, dang it, I should just go to my usual store instead of, I know it's kind of dumb, but like I didn't want to spend a few extra dollars on the eggs. It was a principled matter of the thing, right? And then as I'm about to I'm like, oh, I really need eggs. Maybe I should just settle for this. I think it was like a $7 or $8 like carton of 12 eggs. It was something crazy if I wanted to get like the brown eggs, cage free. But then I looked down, and at the very bottom of the shelf was 20 eggs, brown eggs, large brown eggs, for $6. Literally, what? And I checked, and they were like cage free too. So I don't know if they're like a local like egg distributor or something, because they seemed more like, I had never seen this brand before. So I got 20 eggs for $6. I was really hype about that. I'm definitely gonna go there in the future for more eggs. Here we are, fighting the last Wanda. My god, can you believe that this round is almost over? It's only been 30 minutes. Wow. I'm just trying my best to stay alive, which I do terribly at every time I ult. So I think at a certain point, we were just like, okay, I just need to stop ulting, kind of. Like, low-key, gotta stop ulting. But then, even there, I'm not ulting. I just got demolished. I'm still under the hide and seek, but I still get demolished. And it was bad because V died too. Like, I thought we had lost the whole game, 30 minutes gone. But turns Oh yeah, and this is another thing. We're fighting a Namor and the Wanda at the same time. And at one point, like, V was getting in those bubbles and just floating up. And apparently they do damage to you too. I didn't remember that from like the last few games we played. So I was cracking up. Apparently the strat is to get Namor first, then Wanda. Makes sense, he's the easier boss. So we got the Namor, but then I died. Classic. So we had to fight Wanda by herself a little bit. I get back, I'm like, I'm here to help. I think she might have died, and she was like, stay alive. Since the Wanda was stunned, I tried to put my bubbles down to do more damage, but she just ends up moving anyways. She ends up moving towards the bubble though. So now she's doing whatever this mode is, reality, whatever. And she's right on my bubble, so my bubbles are exploding in her mother freaking face. Take that, Wanda. So yeah, I just stayed chasing her around. Once we got her into this mode, I was like, oh, we're cooking, bro. Like, we had so much time left too. I was like, I got the bubble set up. We were doing great. V was getting the crystals, and I was just doing damage to her. And look at it go. I forgot that I did this. Real up close and personal with Deadpool. And we won. Yay. V got MVP again because she's the GOAT. My stats weren't bad, but they weren't good. And I'm pretty sure because we won that, I got to add some more points to my Jeff build. I think I unlocked a new ability as well, but I didn't have any like points to give to it yet. So hopefully I'll be able to do that when I play next. Since I already posted a part 1 and a part 2, I'm definitely gonna record myself playing Nightmare level 3 and 4 and upload those videos as well, because I think it would be nice to just complete the whole series on the channel. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy